Hey everybody, it's Laura Lee. I said that I was going to start doing my own she said kind of version of mine and Jeannie's journey. Actually, it involves several other family members as well. But I thought that I would share my side of this whole crazy story. It started with taking a 23andMe DNA test. I bought some for Christmas, mainly for my Nana. I thought that it would be a nice gift so that she could learn more about her heritage, and I didn't honestly have a lot of hope at finding anybody, or really, I thought it was just kind of like the commercial where the guy says he thought he was German all this time, and then he found out he was something else. So I really was not expecting it to be so incredibly accurate. So I gave Nana one for Christmas, and I did one. My mom did. She did one as well, but she used Ancestry.com. So I went home to New York in May for Nana's 90th birthday, and we looked at basically our makeup. It said mine was 62% Ashkenazi Jewish, this many percent of this, and it just kind of goes on down the line. And I thought that was interesting enough, really. And I didn't really go through all of like the little tabs in the menu and stuff until after I had gotten home. And I came up with a couple of matches, names I didn't recognize. That's a whole nother story for another time though, which is almost as crazy as this story. But I ended up figuring out that you can activate your DNA relatives and it will list who comes up as a match. Now, you don't give them any information when you take these tests. They've got basically your email address, your mailing address, and that's about it. I didn't give anything, no relative names, nothing. And so when I did mine, Nana at the time was not showing up. So a few weeks ago, we activated Nana's DNA relatives, part of her profile. And lo and behold, she comes up, says, grandma, you know, it'll say your relationship, the confidence level that they feel this relationship is, and the percentage of DNA that you share. So after having activated Nana's, she popped up, connected to me as my, and it said, your grandmother, confidence is excellent. And so I'm talking to my mother, and she had never activated anything on her Ancestry.com. So I logged in as her because I had actually found someone that was connected to Nana, which, again, whole nother story, but it was so exciting to me. It was just, then it just kind of set off, maybe I can find my sister. And I even said that to Tony, you know, because I think he was kind of like, why are you so obsessed with this? And it came to me, you know, hey, maybe I can find my sister this way. I have paid search agencies in the past and came up with nothing. I didn't have as much information as Jeannie did. I'll be, you know, upfront with that. I didn't have very much to go on. I searched as well as I could and just came up with nothing. So that night I had said to Tony, not long before he went to bed, you know, maybe one of these days I'll be able to find my sister. So I'm on the phone with my mother that night and activating her Ancestry.com account, and I click on the DNA relatives and boom, there she is. It said relationship, parent/child, level of confidence, excellent. And I was on the phone with my mom at that time, our mom. So I am yelling. I am so excited. I am just freaking out. And Jeannie had a picture on her profile of her at about, I think it was 5 years old. And she looked like our cousin Dawn. And I read her profile, same birthday, same hospital she was born in. And she had said she would love to know if she had siblings out there and would be open to meeting parents, but she didn't want to be pushy, that kind of thing. I'm flipping out. So I get off the phone with my mother and I try to message her through Ancestry.com, but you have to have a paid membership and stuff like that. And we tried that and still couldn't get through to Jeannie because she had let her account lapse, I guess is what ended up being the issue. So it didn't have her name. It had a username. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's the same username that she uses for other things, luckily for me. So it just kind of occurred to me, let me try searching this username. And it was a username, it was 2 words and 2 numbers, and I took that and I put it into Google. And I came up with a Flickr account. It was a private Flickr account, so I couldn't see her profile, I couldn't see anything. And that just made me even more obsessed. Okay, I'm going to be flat out. I was in full stalker mode. And my brother-in-law Steven will tell you that. Full stalker mode. Jeannie will be nice and she'll say I have good sleuthing skills, but yeah, no, full on psychotic stalker, you will love me kind of thing. So I took the numbers off of Jeannie's username and I Googled that. And I came up with a Facebook profile. I click on the link and there, staring back at me, is my mother about 30 years ago. She is a dead ringer for my mom. She looks more like mommy than I do. And that just sealed it. That just sealed it. I knew it was her. And so, you know, stalker that I am, I start going through anything that was public on her Facebook page that I could possibly access. So I could see her pictures. I could see a couple of public posts that she had on there, the stuff that she had, you know, memories that she had shared, you know, stuff like that. Nothing, you know, no high-level security stuff. I did find the town that she lived in, and my jaw could have hit the floor because she basically lives the next town over from my mom. Now, she was born in the city, and, you know, my mom had her there, moved around several times throughout the course of the next 50 years, and so for the last several years, they've lived in the next town from each other, which just, I can't even tell you what that felt like. It was amazing. So I start taking screenshots of her profile picture, and I go into the bedroom. Tony had gone to sleep, and I'm shaking him awake. Poor thing, bless his heart. I'm shaking him awake, and his eyes, you know, get real big. Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter? And I take my phone and I shove it right in his face, and I'm like, I found my sister. So he was just like, yeah, awesome, great, and then kind of just like drifted back off to sleep, and that was it. There was no more sleeping for me that night. I sent the pictures to my mother, and she was blown away. She was blown away. She just kept saying, oh, that's my daughter. My daughter, she's so beautiful. Look at her. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And she started to, you know, you could hear her voice crack. And so I had to make her laugh, of course. So I said, I'm pretty too, you know. Why is it always Marsha, Marsha, Marsha? So I, you know, kind of lightened it up a little bit. And I decided I was going to send Jeannie a message. So I sent her a private message on Facebook. You've all probably heard her read it to you. And it sounds even more nuts because I was voice texting as I was driving because I couldn't wait, you know, a couple other things. And so I sent her a message. You know, is this your birthday? Were you adopted? You know, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think I'm your sister. And I waited. And all through the next day, nothing. Now I am just flipping out. So I went back to her Facebook page, again, full stalker mode, and found that she had been on Facebook just a couple of hours before that. And she had shared, I guess it was one of her memories that had popped up on Facebook. So I posted right there on her post because it was public. Jeannie, please check your Facebook messages. And then I waited. And that's all I'm going to tell you right now. I will tell you more later. I just wanted to at least start getting this. And I'm going to tell you right now, I say a ton of times. I don't have mad video editing skills like my sister, so she can cut out all the ums. But, see, like I just did. I really want to thank everybody for being so supportive and so excited for us and listening to me drone on and on and on until they probably feel like their eyes want to roll back into their head because they're just probably sick of me, you know, spouting how excited I am and how amazing my sister is. And it's been an amazing time so far, and I will cover that next time. I will pick up with whether or not Jeannie gets my message. So I will be back soon. Thanks. Bye.